Life be lifing. We just talking Greazy. Welcome to the show. Hey, yo. What's good, gang? What's good, Greazy gang? We back, bro. We back in the building with another one, you feel me? As you come in, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Please drop a comment. Let me know you in the building. You see what I'm saying? Please share it, bro. Share the lie to tell a friend, to tell another friend, to tell another friend, and then tell another friend. Feel me? We back on this Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully everybody feeling good out there. Hopefully everybody had a great day. You know what I'm saying? I missed last night, but I'm back. Sorry for the wait. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for the wait. But we back. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, everybody that taps in. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody comes through, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? So I had a pretty good day, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no stressing, just relaxing and maxing and chilling. You know what I'm saying? So we back, bro. We back. The shop is open. One more time. The shop is open. So how y'all doing, man? You know what I'm saying? So I try to give a little moment, just check out my people, see how they doing out there. You know what I'm saying? If y'all doing all right, yeah, hey, that's great. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. Y'all supposed to be doing good out there. Like, I know it's still a little cold, so hey, get your heaters or get your significant other and you cuddle up. It's cuddle season, what they say, man. It's cuddle season. What the people be saying out there. You feel what I'm saying? So hey, get your cuddle on. Get your cuddle on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? So but we're gonna get into it, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into a little content. And then if anybody pops out, they pop out. If they don't, they don't. You know how we do it. We rock out, we get in, we get out. It is what it is. But it's always appreciate y'all. I love y'all for just being tapped in to the content. You know what I'm saying? Keep watching, keep vibing. You build it, they will come, and we trying to build it. You feel me? We trying to build it. All right, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Pull a chair up. You know what I'm saying? Scoot close. Turn the volume up just a little bit. You ain't got to do it a lot. Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because today, yeah, today we're talking dangerous. Today we're talking dangerous. Now, I already know somebody sitting in their car, in their house, in their garage, in their recliner. Um, like, here you go. Somebody cooking dinner, like, let me hear what this man got to say first. You feel me? And somebody already mad at, and the episode ain't even started yet. You see what I'm saying? They just see the title, they already mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how it be sometimes. People just, make assumptions and they are already mad. But today's question is simple. But the answer, mm, mm, mm. I don't know about the answer, but we're going to walk it down through there. But today's question is, do men and women understand each other? Men be like this, women be like that. And I ain't talking surface level, you feel me? I'm talking real life. Because how is it that we can live together, love together, sleep together, build families together, but still argue like we from two different planets? You know what I'm saying? Men think women confusing. Women think men emotionally unavailable. Like, both think the other one ain't listening. Whole time, everybody think they clear. That's the wild part of it. The whole time, each individual think they are speaking clear. That's the wild part. That's the wild card. that's the gimmick of it all. You see what I'm saying? Like the core truth is, see, men and women here, where it's different. Okay, the man here, I'm fine, and translate that to cool situation handler. You know what I'm saying? Whoop de woo, it's done. I ain't gotta worry about it no more. She said she fine, we good, move on. Bam, boom, bang. Yeah, Lord. Yeah, Lord. Women here, I'm fine, and that really means for them, I'm not fine, but I'm tired of explaining the same thing already. Already off to a bad start. You feel me? See, the men be logical and women be emotional for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like, but wait, there's more. But that don't mean men don't have emotions, okay? Men just put emotions in the back pocket, just sit on them, kind of like a wallet. They just chill. Most men don't act on emotions. Women pull them emotions out of the media like receipts. They own it. They ready. Women like the receipts. And both sides be offended by how the other side processes life. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let me see here. Mic check, Miss Studio.
Hey, how you doing tonight? Thank you for having me.
Hey, how you
Can you hear
doing?
me?
How you doing? Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Yeah, I heard you talking smack, talking about some women, men don't use emotion, and then women be pulling emotion. Like, wait a minute, sir. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't know if you're talking about a specific type of man, or if you're just talking about just the people you know personally, or because I done ran into some
Talk
men,
about it. Mm-hmm.
you know, they were definitely emotional.
Mm,
Men tend to get that way when they feelings get involved.
mm. And that's what I said. Now I don't know if you hear me, but like I'm not saying,
I didn't.
I'm not saying that men don't have emotions. Okay,
Mm,
I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, for the most part, men put the emotions on the back burner. Like they hid for the most part. You know, women
mm.
tend to be more emotional creatures than men. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying on that particular instance. You know,
Okay.
that's just what I believe. My opinion now. My opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of time a lot of time men be right, a lot of time men be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, most men think women don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like we just being real. We talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like let's be honest. Like men be like, you know, why you ask me what I want to eat if everything I say is wrong? You feel what I'm saying? Like I said pizza. He said, no, I don't want that. I said burger. You like, no, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I said Chinese food. Okay. Nah, I don't want that. Then like what? Okay, never mind. You know what I'm saying? Like now I gotta guess. Or now you gotta guess, or we gotta guess on what we want to eat because you asked me what I want and I named some things and then all of them you didn't want, and it's like, oh, like why you do that? You know? Because most of the time, men want direct instructions. Most of the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, say what you want, say what you mean, and just say it once. Like, if you want me to go over here and sit down, just say go over here and sit down. You want me to move the couch to the corner, just say move the couch to the corner. You know? Like Like, just say what you want and mean what you say. You know what I'm saying? A
That
lot
sounds
of
like a
women.
communication issue. I don't know. That sounds like a communication issue because, like, I've had people ask me, "What do you want to eat?" And it's not like easy to. I don't know about other people, but I'm indecisive when it comes to food because I'm very much a consumer, right? So it's been times where I may have wanted like a burger because it's like savory and cheesy, you know? And then like I see a commercial or somebody is like talking, I'm on the phone with somebody and they're like, "Oh yeah, well, I want lasagna. I just cooked some lasagna or something like that." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that does sound good." Because it's also savory and cheesy. You see what I'm saying? Like it's
Mhm.
more like a need that has to be met, not necessarily like where to eat specifically or what to cook specifically for me. And so I can understand how that's like confusing or infuriating for men because they're just like pick something. And it's like, well, I don't really know because I'm never trying to figure out what I want to eat based off of said place. It's more about what my body is missing. You know what I'm saying? So I might be low on magnesium and I need something salty or I don't know. The body works different. So
And I feel you. And but then, like you said, it can be confusing because now everything that I mentioned, you pretty much didn't want, or not just you. I'm just talking about particular, like just talking about situation. That I was like, hey, like, wow, what can I do? Like, I didn't thought of everything that we ate recently that you liked it or seemed to like, and it's like, okay,
I don't know. I play that
um,
game with my gremlins too. Like they'll say something and I think about it. Like when you bring up like you might say Chipotle, and if I've never eaten there, I'll be like, I don't want to try anything new. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I know there's people
mhm,
out there like that too, because I've heard other people say that. Like some people just don't want to try stuff new, and then like if you say something that I do know, like Bojangles or I don't know, all these fast food places I'm naming like suck. Like they are horrible examples. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know, what's something that's just low bar fast food? Taco Bell. So let's just say like you're like, oh, what about Taco Bell? And it's like, I don't want the runs tonight, but I might be in the mood for tacos. So I'm probably not gonna pick Taco Bell. I'm probably gonna pick like just a regular, authentic Mexican restaurant. But also, do I feel like going in and sitting down because I might just need to do it to go? You know what I'm saying? Like all that matters. Like, what do I have on? Right? What are we wearing? Right? Because if it's like super cold and you just trying to grab some food real quick, you could throw on some sweats and just grab to go and then come back to the house and eat. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't do that. I know I don't. I like to put on clothes before I leave. So I probably want to go to a nicer place. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I can
yeah,
understand what you mean though, because I've had that happen to me. Like, oh, what do you want? Well, no, I don't want that. I want that, and I want that. It's like, well, what do you want? It's like, well, I can tell you what I don't want, but I can't tell you what I want because I don't know yet.
right. And it's like, okay, like I'm trying to please you. I'm trying to make you happy. I'm trying to feed your stomach, and it's almost like for me, and it's like, okay, dog, can you work with me over here? You know what I'm saying? Like, because for a man in that situation, he feel like, oh shoot, she ain't even trying to work with me on here. Like I've asked multiple times, I've gave multiple answers or multiple suggestions, and it's like all of them getting shot down. It's like, well, what do I do now?
But it's not like it's getting shot down though, and that's what I think a lot of guys gotta understand. Like, I think it's a lot of guys out here that have a problem with rejection because I've been seeing it a lot. Like you would tell with different people, just you would tell them like, "Hey, no, I would rather not do that." Like that person will ask me my preference, and then when I say, "Oh no, I don't want to do that," the thing that you suggested because that's not my preference, right? And then when they get upset, like it's like, "Oh, he was just suggesting something, right?" But if you wanted my preference, I would prefer not to do that or eat that or go that place, right? And that's like nothing is wrong with it. Like if I go out with a friend and she says, "Hey, what do you feel like eating today?" Because I promise I'm not picky. Well, then we have a problem because I'm also indecisive with food. So I would have to like do a whole situation where I pull out a coin and pick two places and like flip the coin. Heads is for this place and tails is for that place. Because you don't know what you want to eat and I don't know what I want to eat. Somebody's got to be decisive in this situation. You see what I'm saying? Like that has happened to me before. And we both like, I remember going out with a homegirl and we both were like, "Oh no, we're fine. You know, I'm fine. Wherever you want to go." She's like, "Wherever you want to go." I'm like, "Wherever you want to go. It doesn't matter. We're here." And she was afraid to make a suggestion. And so was I because I didn't know. It was like that fear of rejection, right? Because I didn't know
Mhm.
whether or not she wanted to eat something that I wanted to eat. Because everybody got different taste buds, right?
Right.
So I don't know. Like I feel like guys, they're much more prone to rejection. Like even if when you're not rejecting a guy, he feels like he's being rejected. You're like, "Oh no, that's not my preference." "What? You hate me?" And it's like, "No, what are you talking about?" "Well, I'll never X again." You know, and it's like, "Are you pouting?"
So you gonna call it pouting now?
You don't think men throw tantrums and pout? They absolutely do. I mean, it's masculine, but it don't look no different than a child.
It's very confusing. LOL. And it is sometimes, and it's very confusing, and it's very, I would say, demeaning. Not well, I was not demeaning in so much, but I would just say very disencouraging. You know what I'm saying? Because as a man, your most men, I'm not saying all men, but most men put a lot of pride in providing and doing for that woman. Most men do a lot of pride. You know what I'm saying? And then when they get to a point to where I'm trying to do for you, I'm putting my all. I'm putting her to. I can adjust. Cause for me, this how I think. It's like okay, we trying to go out to eat. Go through. I can adjust. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type that can adjust to multiple things for as food wise. Cause eat regardless of where we go,
What?
I'm probably gonna end up getting. I'm probably just gonna end up getting what I like, regardless of where we go. Whether it's some little chicken tenders, whether it's some just a burger, whether it's just some fries, I'm gonna make sure I can eat regardless. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, women have certain things they want to eat, whether it's steak or whether it's Chinese food, whether it's oysters, whether it's you know what I'm saying. Like women have a more of a, a variety of palates of taste for certain things. So I'm if I can say if I
What?
say I can what you talking about? So if I say I can adjust to what you want, then it's like I'm already putting myself in a position where I'm only just taking whatever I get just to make sure you're happy and you're fed and you've pretty much um had a great evening of eating whatever you want to eat. And it's like, well, I don't know. I don't know what I want. I don't know. And I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Like my late husband used to ask me stuff like that all the time. Like What do you want to eat? Like, I just ask for the same thing over and over again. That's how I
but
stopped it.
but
Cause
that
he'd be
which
like,
is
"What do you want to eat?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. Can you grill some of your awesome salmon?" And he'd be like, "Okay." And then the next day he'd be like, "What do you want to eat?" And I'd be like, "I don't know. Can you grill some of your awesome salmon?" And so he figured out that I really don't know what I want to eat, and I'm just okay with eating good food, long as it's good food.
but see that's fine because at the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things, you actually
No,
made a choice.
I
You know what
mean,
I'm
but
saying?
not every single day though. I'm gonna make the same. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm gonna make the same choice every day. And everybody don't eat like that. That everybody don't eat leftovers. I know a lot of men who don't eat the same thing
Yeah, I don't eat
and
leftovers.
the next day. You know what I mean? Like they if they
Yeah,
eat, lasagna on Monday, they're not gonna eat lasagna on Tuesday. To them that's like leftover, right? Even if they get it from somewhere else or they make a new batch, they don't want to eat that. They want to eat something different. But I'm the type of person, if it's good, if it's really good, I don't eat the same thing every day. Like, I can't get tired of cabbage. I will eat that every day. I might eat it in different ways, but I'm still going to eat it every day if I could.
yeah, and which is
You see what I'm
fine.
saying? So, like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
some
yeah,
people
yeah,
don't
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. But at least we made a decision. You see what I'm saying? At least it has been a decision made instead of going through a period of confusion and then somebody feeling like, oh, she playing with me or she just this is just fun and games of her. You know what I'm
What?
saying? Whatever a
But
man
what
may
if you
think that
hungry? What if you hungry and you can't make a decision? Cause like I sometimes when I get really hungry, I can't think because I'm so hungry. Like it's a threshold of like where my mood and everything around me begins to become affected by the amount of food that's in my belly. Like I gotta keep snacks in my purse so I don't turn into a grandpapotamus. Because if I'm hungry and my stomach is like you can hear it growling, I'm not gonna be a nice person and I don't want to make decisions until I eat. So I know I don't know what I want to eat because I'm upset. I just want to eat something that's delicious.
mm, yeah. But see, but the whole thing is all we trying to do is get to a point to where we can eat. That's all we trying to get to. Let's just get to that point to where we can eat. And to your point that you stated when we first got on this conversation, like yeah, that it can be like it could be communicated. It can be a communication problem, because it's just me. Sometimes I believe women tend to talk between the lines a little bit, and they want men to figure it out. You know, they want to give just a little, or give it wavy, and expect men to figure it out and straighten it out. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and to your point, like you said, oh, I just want to eat, but you expect that man to figure out what to eat and it be okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you expect like women expect men to read between the lines and figure it out, and then we good. Like they because some women be think like, okay, yeah, if you really know me, you will just know what I want. Like what? Like that don't mean I don't know you. You can actually want something different that day that you ain't been wanting. You know what I'm saying? So I've heard that before, but I don't think that's the issue neither, because every day is not the same day. So who's to say you won't come up that day and be like, okay, I want some steak, and you've been eating fish all week? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think the problem there though is not you don't know me. It's more of again a communication issue because like women tend to be thorough about stuff. Like it's literally built into us to pay attention to detail. So like if a woman is getting frustrated with a man for not knowing what she wants, It's probably because she's told him over and over and over again. And the man is probably frustrated because he can't remember her telling him. And so he feels like, I don't know what her favorite color is. And she's like, you do. I told you when I first met you. And he's like, well, I don't remember. Okay, well, my favorite color is pink. And then 3 months later, he's like, well, something is coming up. I want to get you something. What do you want? Well, you already know what I like. You already know what I want. If I'm a, pink fanatic, he should know this. So why am I, you know,
See, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying right there. That's what
why
I'm
why would
saying
I
right
repeat myself over and over and over again?
there.
Like
But it's not.
I
It's
think
not.
I,
But
I don't think nobody like repeating themselves.
and that might be true. And that might be true. But I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, okay, now I need you to. Cause sometimes for me, it's just, hey, just tell me. If you don't tell me, I don't know. Just when I ask the question, what you think you want? Okay, tell me a pink dress. Just be done with pink dress. Tell me you want a pink ring. You want some pink cover seats for your car. Like just tell me what you want, or just say it.
But
Like
that don't mean that you're gonna remember it though. You see what I'm saying? Like men say that, like, oh, just tell me. And then when a woman does, she tells them a lot of men like to play games too. Sometimes you could tell a man something and then or you expect him to know something because you've already told him and showed him. And like you're not his mom. Like if you're dating somebody, I'm not your mom. You have one of those. Regardless to where she is right now, you have one somewhere or a mother figure, and it is not my job to raise you. So if I've told you, then it falls on the man for his responsibility to like, you got a phone, write it down in your notes on your phone, make an alarm, a reminder on your phone, add it to your laptop, to your iPad, to your tablet. You know what I'm saying? Put a sticky note in your car, put a sticky note, on your window. If you on your mirror when you wake up in the bathroom and stuff, like if you really want to remember something about somebody that you really like, that person is not going to have to tell you over and over and over and over again, because when something is important to you, you remember. So that's why women feel the way that they feel, because it's like, oh, if this thing was important to him. I've dated guys who kept like a folder on me because they like me so much. And like later on, they would show me like, oh, let me add this to the order. While I'm talking, they'll be like, hold on, let me write this down. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you could tell like that a man is really invested in you, that he really likes you. Because to me, it's an excuse if I'm telling you, because I know how I am. I'm thorough. I'm going to tell you probably 3 times, twice, thrice. I'm gonna tell you over and over again. But after a while, I get tired of saying it. And some women don't have the same temperance as I do. Some people are not as patient as I am, so they might want to say it 1 time or twice. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And now you have a dynamic to where either the man is purposely forgetting because he don't want to do something, or he has a memory problem because why else would you forget that? Like this is in the realm of normal things that people remember. And then you have a dynamic on the woman's side to where she feels like, okay, well now I'm irritated because I have to repeat myself for this very simple thing that he could have very simply just wrote down, because he has his own autonomy. He has his own phone. He has sticky notes. Sticky notes are at Dollar Tree for $1.50. Like, go buy a pack. It's not hard. You know what I'm saying? Keep a pack in your car. Like, it's not hard. You know? Or if you want to go paperless, just use your phone for notes. Like, sync that up to your calendar. It's not hard. If you really like somebody, that's not an excuse. And then in a woman, the second dynamic she's thinking is, okay, well, he obviously don't like me as much as I like him because I remember stuff about him. But if the man got memory problems, then you should compensate in yourself. You can't ask somebody to wait and slow down for you because you're a little slow. You have to compensate. If you slow, then do stuff that smart people do to keep up with everybody else. You see what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm a little slow. I need to write stuff down.
Mm.
But when I write it down, I'll never forget it. That's how my brain works. I don't even have to go back and look at it. I could just remember it because I wrote it down. But if I don't write it down, then I forget. It's fleeting. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like that, but it's their responsibility. And so when you there in a relationship and you're tired of repeating things, and you feel like as a woman you feel like that man is not listening to you, you'll start feeling bad. You'll be like, oh well, okay, he don't like me enough for whatever reason, because if he did, he would do X, Y, and Z. Like, it'll be simple solutions to these issues. And it's stuff like this that'll cause arguments. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I told you that I asked you to go and pick up my food, and all you had to do was like memorize my phone number. Why did you not come back with the food, or why do you have the wrong food? My phone number should have been saved in your phone. You see what I'm saying? Or you could have at least memorized it. So you see what I'm saying? Like, that don't make sense to me.
Yeah. Women want you to notice everything instead of them telling you what it is. I mm,
I don't agree with that. I feel like a man should notice. I don't want him to notice everything, because let's be honest, it's some stuff that we don't necessarily want you to see. But at the same time, there should be like a good amount of things that a
mm,
person should notice about someone that they like, and I shouldn't have to tell you to do that. It should be like common sense.
mm. I think that's the difference. Like me, like, cause I have not, and to his point, I have had people say, "Oh, you say you love me, but you didn't notice such and such, or you didn't notice this, or you didn't notice my hair, or you didn't notice my mood change, or you didn't notice, that I wasn't talking a lot, or through whatever situation may be. You know what I'm saying? And for us, it's like, hey, well, you didn't say nothing. You didn't tell me you something wrong. You looked at fine. You acted like you was good. You know, and then like I've been in situations like this, and then next thing the woman gonna say is, "Oh, I shouldn't have to tell you. You should just know." Like
But
what?
men are like that too, though, because I've been in
Right?
situations where I was dating a guy, and at the end of the night, he was like, "You didn't notice my haircut." I did notice your haircut. I just didn't say anything about it. So I don't think that that's a noticing problem. I think that if a person's love language is words of affirmation, then maybe you should say those things out loud. That's getting to know your partner better. That's not I want you to notice everything. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's not like that. Some people don't care if you notice or not, because they're doing it for themselves. I have friend girls like that. Like, when they get dressed in the morning every single day, it don't matter if they're going to the gym, the grocery store, or to a fashion show. Like, they're doing it for themselves. They're not dressing for the woman gaze or the guy gaze. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they don't really care if other people see them. They just want to feel good in what they wear and how they present themselves to the world. So everybody don't think like that.
Mm. But I'm just saying, I know I've been in situations like that, but it seems like that. It seems like to me that's where the disconnect lives. You know what I'm saying? But to your point, everybody don't think like that. But it's a good number of them that do now. You know what I'm saying? Because women be wanting you to pay attention. They want that awareness. Men be wanting, hey, instruction. Just tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? And then in both sides judging the other just by how they operate. You know what I'm saying? Like both sides are getting mad at each other. What to do? Because I'm operating one way, you operating another way. You know, and then that's like that's kind of like the iPhones getting mad at the Android or something. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it starts. You
I
know.
mean, but every woman wants to be like a man. The same way that a man needs to be needed, a woman wants to be noticed. You know, so
I can feel you on that. I can rock with you on that now. I can rock with you on that because yeah. Because a man definitely wants to feel needed. A man don't feel needed. He feel like he's in the wrong place or he's with the wrong person. Like, he feel like he's uh useless. He feel very useless in that moment if he's not needed uh by that particular woman that he's dating or seeing or whatever situation may be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree with you on that one there, But okay, now, but let's get grown now. Let's get grown because men often feel love through a couple things now. Cause most men love peace. They love most men love to be respected, and they got to have the love making. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
And
if
that's fine. Like, go ahead.
and then so the women feel love through what like you said earlier. Well, you said words of affirmation earlier, but a lot of women love that attention. They love to be touched. They love to be rubbed on. They love to be what you want to say, the center of attention to you, to the individual that they talking to, which is understandable, and then women want that reassurance, that reassurance that okay, this is where you want to be. This is us. This is where we trying to actually make something out of this. You know what I'm saying? So what happens then though?
What happens when?
In the when that don't happen, when let's just say a man come home tired, you know, he come home
Okay,
tired,
so
he quiet, you know. Go ahead, rock out. Mm-hmm.
okay, so first of all, like I just want to clarify something. Like
Mm-hmm. Do your thing.
back to the women want you to notice every little thing coming. Like I don't feel like they
Mm-hmm.
want you to notice every little thing like Mari.
Mm-hmm.
They're just asking for attentiveness, right? Not telepathy. There's a difference. Because paying attention makes a woman, it means being present enough to hear what's being said, noticing the patterns, caring enough to ask questions. And on the flip side, a woman also has a responsibility to communicate clearly instead of expecting people to guess. So now back to your question. I did mention words of affirmation earlier, but that comes from a book that Dr. Gary Chapman wrote, identifying something called love languages, and he said that there's five, right? So, great book, you guys. You should read it. Words of affirmation is one of them, where love is felt through spoken or written encouragement, like saying stuff like "I'm proud of you" or verbal reassurance. And then you have quality time, where love is felt through undivided attention, like meaningful conversations or shared activities or eye contact. Like it's basically quality time is basically being fully present without distractions, right? And then acts of service, that's the third one, where love is felt through helpful actions. And examples of that would be something like doing chores or running errands or paying a bill or fixing something or showing up in a practical way. And then the fourth one is receiving gifts, where love is felt through thoughtful tokens, not a price, but like a note or a flower or something that shows I thought of you. Um, and then the last one is physical touch, and where love is felt through appropriate, affectionate contact, like hugs, kissing, holding hands, cuddling, um, like reassuring touch on the shoulder or something like that. And so usually people have like two strong ones, like a very forthcoming one, and then a second one. And what I found when like dating and talking to people and even in marriage is that you probably should know your partner's love language so that you can better help them feel love because you knowing their love language, it helps you help them to feel love. You see what I'm saying? Because love languages aren't demands, they're translations. I don't think that people are needy. I think they're just in situations like that, they're speaking different love languages. And because one person has one love language, a man might have like a physical touch love language. And a woman might have a words of affirmation love language, like at the forefront. And that doesn't mean that she don't want to be touched because, she don't want to kiss or hold hands or hug or something just because words of affirmation make her feel loved more. You know what I mean? Now, with a man, it's a little bit different because y'all kind of need the physical touch, right? Well, that don't mean that you don't want to spend quality time or you don't want to be told that you're handsome from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Just because you prefer or it makes you feel loved to to have physical touch. So I think that's more of a getting to know your partner better situation so that you can better understand what it is that they need so that you can reciprocate whatever it is that they need in the way that they can understand it. Because I know a lot of my failed relationships didn't work out because we had two very different love languages. And I was able to identify theirs and do their love language. So they always felt like they were loved and needed, but they couldn't figure out what mine was, even though I told them what it was multiple times. They would struggle with words of affirmation because um a lot of men are mean. Some men are they don't know how to say things in a way that sounds affirming. They just speak their mind, and because it's truth, they call it love, and that's not the same thing, right? So that's what I think about that. What about you? Had you been in a situation to where you were talking to somebody who had a different love language than you, and you kind of struggled to figure out theirs? 'Cause it's kind of like mixed match love language.
Um, I don't know. I just recently started dabbing into the love language thing. I hadn't before, like maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Like I wasn't really into the love language thing. The relationship I had before then, didn't require that, or we didn't know that, or didn't discuss that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fairly new to it, so I'm still learning how it works and how much you got to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Because according to who the person is, according to who the woman is, or and how she receives it, it might have to be some daily, or it could be some weekly. So a lot of times it you gotta now once you learn the love languages and what they are and what they entails, now you have to figure out um, how much does that person requires it. You know what I'm saying? Because that makes a difference too. Like if she requires it every day, multiple times a day, and you only give it to her once a week, then she still ain't gonna feel like she's receiving her love language. You know, so that's what I'm learning about it. Like I'm learning about it's a process of learning what it is, what it entails, and then learning how the person that you're dealing with receives it too. Also, so
And
um,
that's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Because when you have a mismatched love language, it can cause problems because both people are loving each other, but just in ways that the other person can't feel it. So it's like one person is speaking Spanish and the other person is speaking English and they're both are talking, they both are sincere, but neither feels understood. So what happens is one person says, I do so much for you, and then the other hears I never or you never say anything nice to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so both walk away feeling unappreciated. And so what that looks like day to day. So like I can see how on a day to day basis it can like turn small things into like reasons why people break up in the first place because men and women are
Mm-hmm.
so different. You know, like say for instance, like if a guy has an acts of service love language and a woman has a words of affirmation love language, one person cleans the house and handles the responsibility, and the other just wants to hear, "I see you, I value you," you know. And so the result of that is you feel like the person that's doing the things, they feel like I do everything, right? Versus the you never make me feel special with the person whose love language is words of affirmation. Because they are doing stuff, right? And they would want the person whose love language is affirmations to help them do stuff, you know, clean, have handle responsibilities, because that's what makes them feel loved because that is their love language. And while the words of affirmation person may appreciate that, it still doesn't feel like you can appreciate something and still not feel loved afterwards because they just want to hear like, "Oh, I value you," or "I see you," while the person of acts of service is like cleaning the house. And they're not thinking about saying like, "Well, I love you, I see you, you're beautiful, or you're handsome today," right? "You did a great job with it," or and so now both people feel like, you know, this doesn't work or this is not working. This person is selfish, the other person is self-centered, you know? So when people start to say that about each other, that literally means that their love language is not being met.
Right.
Another example is like if one person's love language is quality time and another one is physical touch. Well, one person probably wants deep conversations and intentional time, and the other thinks cuddling or sex should fix everything, right? And so the result is one person is like, "You don't connect with me," versus the other person saying like, "I'm right here." You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the reason that it turned into an argument is because like people often assume that the effort equals impact. Instead of saying like, "I don't feel love," they say, "You don't love me." And that's where the resentment starts. And then when the love languages don't match and people stop trying because they feel rejected, you know, and I don't, because I've seen this happen before too. Like it wasn't that you didn't care, it was just that they felt rejected by you. Like they felt like you didn't care, right? And so they think like, why keep pouring, you know, into this person if it never lands, or why ask again if I'm always disappointed? And that's how love turns into distance. So I
Right.
don't think most couples are failing at love. I think they're failing at translation.
Yeah. Translation or like you said earlier, communication. Because like just say you a man come home, he tired. You know, he kind of want to be quiet at that moment. If he come home, he tired. He just want to be quiet and relax. But that woman come home, she been emotional all day. You know, she wants some type of connection at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like she want to she want to feel some love, some comfort. You know what I'm saying? You know, but the man gonna withdraw because he's just trying to recharge because he
Been
tired.
at work
You know,
all day. Yeah, he tired.
yeah, yeah. And then that woman, then she gonna feel abandoned because
Right.
and then and to your point, it's like to your point earlier, it's communication plays a major part in it because now we need to have we still need to have some type of conversation or at least understand what's going on so we don't feel that way.
Right.
You know.
And I agree with that because like even God don't love us the same way. He loves us all personally. Like he loves us all, but it's in a different way, you know? So some people hear him through his word and some people feel him through his provision. And some people, you know, feel, experience God through peace. So love requires learning, not assuming what somebody else wants or thinking like, oh, well, every other woman I ever dated in my life, they always love flowers. And then a man just buys his new girlfriend flowers, not knowing that she don't even appreciate that because that's not her love language. So she feels like, oh, well, I've never really gotten flowers before. These are a nice gesture, but this isn't what makes me feel like you care about me. And so if she says that to him, he's gonna feel rejected because he put in the effort to buy the flowers or to go and handpick whatever color, whatever bouquet. And so I think like people need to in those cases, like, it's the translation, right? Like, you would have to work on the feelings of rejection, and you would have to work on understanding what it is that somebody needs so that you won't waste time and money doing things that they don't, time, money, and effort doing things that they don't actually want or need to feel loved. And I think like if people started doing that more, then relationships could work like a lot longer and a lot better. And even if you did break up, it wouldn't be like resentment, you know?
Right. And I agree with you. I really do. Um, but and then a lot of times this stuff tend to lead to arguments too, and then a lot of times the arguments ain't even about what you arguing about. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't know, sometimes like you, if you argue with somebody over some dishes or something, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't really about the dishes. It's about maybe you feeling unappreciated or maybe you feeling
Unseen, yeah,
unheard. Yeah.
absolutely. Like, and I feel like the reason why women feel unseen, because women want attunement and men usually want acknowledgement, and both are valid and both are often missing, because I can understand why women aren't asking men to like be mind readers, but men think that they are. They're really just asking men to notice the invisible work. Like, women tend to carry like this load of stuff, right? Like this emotional temperature of the room, the relationship maintenance, the future planning, the unspoken needs, the emotional safety. Whereas a man carries or fixes a problem but doesn't notice her stress. He hears the words but misses the emotion. He responds logically instead of relationally, you know? And so she feels like you heard me, but you didn't see me.
Right. Cause,
Like,
cause
you
men
heard what
are,
I
yeah.
said. Yeah.
Yeah, cause they looking to solve. Men are looking to solve whatever the problem is. You know. And y'all women most of the time, y'all when y'all having these arguments, y'all just want to be understood. And so it's
And
a
that's valid, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, but it's a misalignment too. It's a valid point on both sides, but it's also a misalignment too because now we're going in two different directions. Because I'm trying to solve, you trying to be understood, and it's like we're not going the same way, you know. But and once again, back to communication. Um, Sometimes maybe there need to be a conversation had from the beginning. That'd be like, okay, maybe we need to work on this to get understanding. I don't need you to solve this. I don't need you, or from the man perspective, he have a conversation with the woman. Hey, can we just solve this? We don't need understanding right now. Can we just solve the issue? We'll come back later and get understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just might need to have that conversation. So
But
so
that's
it
what I'm
won't be
saying.
such a
Like, for her, though, love looks like noticing tone changes or remembering the small details or checking in without being prompted. And when that doesn't happen, she don't think like, oh, he doesn't love me. She thinks like, I don't register. And so like the reason, okay, so we can talk about men now too, because and this is my opinion, but I think men are raised to show love through action and not expression. So men tend to give love by like providing, hey, 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 I am Aries.
Yeah,
So
what's
men
up? I
tend to
had my
give,
mic mute. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me speak real quick. Hi, hey. Appreciate you tapping in. You late, but at least you made it. You on the 9 o'clock. You on the 9 o'clock schedule because it's 9:08. Yeah, you on the 9 o'clock schedule. We starting an hour early now. Try to at least.
no,
All right. All right. Go ahead.
yeah, but I was saying like why men feel unappreciated. Like I think that men are raised to show like love through action and not expression. So men tend to give like love by like providing or fixing something or protecting or staying or being consistent, you know? But here's the issue. Like men rarely get verbal confirmation that what they do matters. So when a man works hard and he shows up and he stays committed and hears more complaints than thanks or correction without recognition or silence when he's trying, he feels nothing I do is ever enough, you know? And to him it sounds like to him love would sound like I see your effort or thank you for showing up or I know you're trying, you know, and when that doesn't happen, he doesn't think like she hates me. He thinks, why even try? Because it's not working. You see what I'm saying? But you can help me with that because
Yeah.
you're actually a
Yeah.
guy. So
Yeah.
is that right? Do y'all do that?
Yeah.
Like men saying
Um.
like, oh, I'm doing the best I can, and women
And,
here like, I'm not listening. You know what I mean?
yeah, because a lot of times for me, like especially for a man that's trying, and then he don't feel like okay, he don't feel like he's appreciated. Then yes, that's gonna be one of the first things he's saying. Hey, I'm doing the best I can, but can you at least acknowledge that I'm doing the best that I could do? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of time, what I've experienced, okay, I can't speak for nobody else, but what I've experienced, a lot of time, even your best women want more. You see what I'm saying? Like even
More
even if
what?
you more whatever it is that you're giving, they want more. They want more conversations. They want more listening. They want more time. They want more rubbing attention. They want more gifts. They want
Well,
more.
men want more too. They
Even
want they want
even
you
if
to
you're
come
doing
over more. They want you to, you know, look better more. They want to touch you more. They want to have more sex with you. They want to kiss you more. You know, so I can say the same thing about men.
well, no, it's a little different though. It's a little different though.
I mean, so y'all don't want more sex? Y'all don't want to
No,
see each
no,
other?
no, 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 no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. You taking it too far. I'm not saying that. Cause let's get it straight now. I can't speak for most men, all the men, but I can only speak for me right now. Now, me, yes, personally, I want all I can have because I don't know when the good Lord gonna decide to take me. I'm trying to get all I can get before I leave here. Just being
No,
honest,
man.
okay. But
No.
on the subject, okay. But on the subject, yeah, I think for us men, why a lot of time, most men don't want you to look better. You feel what I'm saying? Because that man fell in love with the woman that he's already with. You see what I'm saying? So he don't want you to look better than
Some
what you
men don't.
already. Uh
Some men,
now
some
now
men
I'm
don't
now
fall
now
in love
now
with because
let's see
some
let's
men.
see I'm talking about the men
Let
that
me stop you right there.
I'm talking about the men
Let me
that
stop.
love you for you now. I ain't talking about the men
No, that ain't gonna happen
see,
too often. A lot of times, men not gonna
what?
love you for you if you're a woman. I'm okay. Like men tend to like things that you could do for them. You see what I'm saying? So like, if a woman can cook, the only reason a man wants to see a woman look good is not gonna be because he loves that she love herself. It's gonna be for a couple of reasons. Either he trying to look at her all the time, or he trying to show her off and have other men look at her, or it's like a stunt thing, like, oh, look what I got that you didn't get. You know what I'm saying? Like to make other guys jealous. You know, that's
No,
some men are like that now. Some men are like that for sure. Some men don't even register women as like people. They like internally in their brain, and it's been studies on this. When they think of a woman, it's kind of like a toy, like a car or something. You know what I'm saying? It's not like she's an actual person to some men, and it's been studies on it. But a lot of time, back to I digress. What I was trying to say was like men tend to value a woman more. They tend to put value on what she can do for him. So like, is she a good accountant? Is she a good chef? Is she a good maid? Is she a person who can take care of children right? Does she always know what to say to make him feel better? Does he feel safe around her? It's a very self-centered way of looking things. I mean, but everybody got a little, selfishness in them. So that's neither here nor there. But men and women look at each other different. They want them for different reasons. It's not, I don't think it's what you said. I think it's more of something else.
well, what I'm saying is not. And this is me just being completely honest. Okay, now because we are talking about men, but some men are different. Some men want that woman just to want that woman, not to show her off, not to be in competition with the friends. Like no, he loved that woman and he loved what he see because that's who you want. You know what I'm saying? Now to your point, you do have some men out there like that. That yeah, I want to show them off. Yeah, she's a trophy to me. Whoop de whoop. I beat the guys this time. Like yeah, you got some like that, but not all of them. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly said, "You remind me of my G." He did say that. Though. He did say that. Hey, that song still go hard too. I don't know if everybody still listen to R. Kelly, but hey, that song still go hard. Y'all ever
I
go? Yeah,
mean,
yeah. Y'all need to listen to it. Y'all need to listen to it. Listen to the subliminals in that song. Not
first
just
of
listen to
all,
the word, the subliminals in that song. Ooh, killing dog. Yeah.
but yeah, that's
Anywho,
actually a perfect example of what I'm talking about. A Jeep is appreciated for what it does, not for who it is, right? A lot of women are saying that they don't want to be loved like utility vehicles. You know,
I mean, but
you can't,
okay,
you can't.
so you said a lot of men love women for what they can do. And that's true. But that's both ways though. A man loves a woman that can cook. A man loves a woman that can clean. A man loves a woman that kind of go cater to him a little bit. A man loves a woman that can be a woman in the streets and then be a freak in the bedroom with him. Okay, yeah, that's things she can do. But the same way with a man, a woman loves a man that can provide, a man that can protect, a man that can cook. And nowadays, I almost love a man that can clean too. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, for
So
sure.
so
I mean,
so
but
so
let's take the Jeep for example. Like a Jeep gets maintenance when it breaks down, and a woman gets told that she's asking too much. Like that's the difference. Mm,
it's according
mm.
to what you ask. What your maintenance consists of though.
I don't even want to hear
Because
that because
because because
some men get with a
because we
woman and
say
she's absolutely gorgeous, and then he gets in that relationship and he tries to control her and tell her like, "Oh, well, I don't want you wearing makeup," when makeup was the reason why he was attracted to her, or "I don't want you wearing bodycon dresses," when these things were the things that attracted him to her. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times they don't even be married, so she's keeping up the maintenance on her own. A lot of times he not paying for that stuff. A lot of times.
well, okay, so let's be honest now. Okay, we talk the truth over here. So why is she even listening to him if they're not even married on that
Because a
situation?
woman, because
You see what I'm
again,
saying?
we've said this over and over again. A woman is emotional. A woman is the weaker vessel. Like these are facts. You see what I'm saying? So like if you tell a woman long enough that she a B word and you keep telling her that every single day, one day she gonna believe it. Same way if you tell her, that she's beautiful or gorgeous, and you tell her she's gorgeous every single day, she's going to believe it. Like that's just how human conditioning works. And the type of men I'm talking about right now are manipulators, right? I'm not saying every man is a manipulator. That's not what I'm saying. Because there are men who do not allow their girlfriends and wives to touch the gas pump. Like the gas is on full before they even get into the car. Some women don't even have to drive. They have chauffeurs because their man don't want them in a car accident. You know what I'm saying? You have men out here who pay their wives stipends just being their wife every single month. Been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? You have
Yeah,
men out
but see
here
that, but see
who
that, but
who
see
who takes women to go
them are
get
the
their
women that's
nails
under
done.
control though. Them are the women that's under control. The one that you're naming is the one that has the most let me see, less respect than almost any woman. I think that. I think because
What?
if you
What you mean?
that's
Explain
what
what
I
you're
think.
talking about.
I'm finna go
I
into
know.
it if you let me talk. If you let me talk, woo, 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 woo. Okay.
I'm sorry. I just didn't
Huh?
understand. Go
Nah,
ahead.
nah, you good. Nah, you good. Um, because what I'm saying is because if a woman allow a man to control all them aspects of her life, then you think he respects you? No, I'm just this is me now. This is my opinion now. If he makes sure you don't drive, if he makes sure you don't work, if he makes sure you ain't gotta cook, if he makes sure you ain't gotta clean, um what else? You said something else a while ago.
Getting her
Um
nails done, getting her hair done.
yeah. If he do all of that and you don't do none of that for yourself, or you don't do none of that for him, what value are you to him? Just me being honest. This just my opinion. What value are you to him? Because at any point, then he can say, "Oh, she ain't doing nothing for me. All she doing is spending my money. I don't need that no more." You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
see,
Because
but
because
see, go ahead, go ahead. I'm gonna get on when you finish. Go ahead.
because what I'm saying is a woman has to. This is my opinion. I got to keep saying that because I don't want people to think, okay, this is how it is. Like this is written in stone. No, this is my opinion. I think a woman has to make sure that she prove her worth to be valuable. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not providing nothing and all you're doing is taking away, at any given point, that man can say you're a liability and not an asset to him. You see what I'm saying? This is
Mm-hmm.
me now. Because this is me. Let's just say I got a woman and she ain't doing nothing. She ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? She run out shopping all the time, run up the credit cards, woo the woo. She ain't cooked in years. We got a chef. You know what I'm saying? She don't drive. We got a chauffeur. She don't even watch the kids. We got a maid. What what good are you? Or what's your worth to me? You see what I'm saying? Because all I can do,
Mm,
I could divorce you right now and save half of my income
mm.
and go
Okay, so
find somebody that will at least do half of that. You know what I'm saying?
first of all, I want to break this down into a couple of different things. The type of men who are doing this for the women, let's start here. The type of men who are making sure that woman is kept, getting her hair done, having a maid, having a chauffeur, these type of men are not broke men. Because the broke man can't sustain stuff like that. That's the first thing. So you
It
got
ain't about being
wait, here
broke.
we go. Wait, here we go.
It ain't about
Here
being
we go.
broke.
I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it. Let me talk.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
So the type of men who are doing this, and even like a middle class man can kind of sustain this too, depending on what his priorities are and how how he living. But these are not broke men that are doing these things for a woman. And let's look at it from side one. So this is where you're not wrong. So when a man controls finances, appearance, movement, or labor, and a woman's value is only tied to what she does and not who she is, if she stops performing, then you're right. She's suddenly called a liability. But in those cases, respect is conditional. You see what I'm saying? That's not partnership, that's power with terms. So if a
Exactly.
woman access, but I'm telling you where you're right now. We're gonna get into it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, go
you're
ahead.
right. If a woman's access to care, provision, and peace depends on never slipping, then that's not respect, that's probation. You see what I'm saying? So let's look at it aside too. Now, now this is where I feel like your statement goes too far. Saying a woman must prove her worth to be valued, it misses something important. Like a woman's worth is intrinsic. Her value doesn't start at cooking, cleaning, and competence or compliance, right? What she brings enhances the relationship, but it doesn't justify her existence in it. You see what I'm saying? So contribution should be a value, not created. Because if worth has to be proven every day, that's not love. That's auditioning. Now, here
But
we
what are
go.
you? But
Now, here's a healthier middle ground. Wait, I'm almost finished. Here we go. Here we go. So, worth is inherent. Okay. If you don't earn being human, feminine, deserving respect, right? Value is relational, right? How do people serve, support, or growth together? Like a healthy man doesn't ask, what do you do so I can keep you? He asks, how do we build together without either of us shrinking? And a healthy woman doesn't say, I'll do everything so you won't leave. What she says is, I'll do everything. Well, what she says is, I'll contribute because I'm secure, not because I'm afraid. You see what I'm saying? So, like, if you're talking about a woman's worth, I don't feel like it should be like conditional, right? But her participation in a man's life is according to like the way that you're talking. Cause like Proverbs 31:10 say a virtuous woman value is far above rubies, not because of what she produces, but because of who she is. And people forget the why. So yeah, there are men out there who will do all of these things for a woman and a woman won't have to lift a finger. But what they don't see behind closed doors is the value that that woman is bringing to a man. This might be a man who needs a support system, and it needs to be spiritual and emotional. And that woman feels that gap. So he needs her to be on her toes to be pretty. He also want a beautiful woman, and he can afford, to make sure that she look good. So he's gonna do that because some men really do believe that a woman should be kept. My daddy taught my brothers that. You see what I'm saying? So that's not, but also a lot of men who are still in survival mode, they can't see that type of value in a woman yet because they haven't even thought past survival mode. So they're looking, these are the 50-50 guys. These are the guys who are looking at women and saying, like, what do you bring to the table? Right? Coochie, good looks, so other people can be jealous of you. And a maid and a chauffeur, like the woman be the maid and the woman be the chauffeur and the woman go to work also and the woman cook, you know, be the chef. Like he wants it all wrapped up in one because it makes his life easier when the only thing that he's doing is just going to work and coming home. Just because you have a job, it doesn't justify you treating a woman like a slave. If she has to wear more than two hats, so do you. Period. That's with or without children. Because everybody don't have kids. Now you can now finish.
but she is not helping with nothing. How is she a helpmate then? Mm. Hey.
Wait, put it back up there. What did it say? No, no. Uh-uh. Who is that? Who is that?
No, no, no.
Mm-mm. Okay, so let me address this right here.
How is she a helpmate then? Hey, it's a great
So let's
question. That's a
clarify.
great
Let's.
question.
Mm-mm. Let's clarify something real quick. Help doesn't mean doing nothing, but it also doesn't mean doing everything you demand. A helpmate isn't a servant. She's not like a dependent either. Like biblically, the word help and help meet comes from Ezer. And it's the same word used to describe God as our help. And God isn't passive, God isn't weak, um, or just around. You know what I'm saying? So the real question isn't is she helping? The real question is what is she offering?
Hmm?
You know what I'm saying? Align with what the partnership actually needs. What that specific partnership actually needs. You see what I'm saying? If a woman is contributing nothing, no effort, no support, no growth, then yes, that's the problem. But if a man only defines help as control or obedience or labor without a voice, then what he wants isn't a helpmate, it's a resource. That man need to stay
But
with his mama.
ain't that what it'll be if he just if
Nah,
he for what y'all call a kept woman? Because she wouldn't have no voice.
that's a
A kept
lie.
woman
That's what
don't a kept
I
a kept
literally just
a kept woman do not have no voice. A
that's a
kept
lie.
woman do not have a
That's a
voice.
lie. That is not true.
She's only there to look pretty and be presentable when he needs her to. That's it. That's all. She don't have no voice.
That's not true.
She she don't. Okay, okay.
That
Hey, we we we
is not
we can
true.
we can agree to disagree on that one. Now, I just this is what
Mm-mm.
I believe.
I'm not
That's just
finna
what I
agree to
believe.
disagree because I don't fully agree with that. A controlled woman has no voice, but a kept woman
That's the
actually
thing,
does. Like
man.
if provision requires silence, then that's just not being kept, that's being contained. But we also want to be careful about the words that we're using too. Cause like I think kept means something else. But I think what you're really pointing to is that some men fear that if they have to provide too much, they'll be taken advantage of. And some women fear that if they accept provision, they'll lose autonomy. And those fears don't disappear by removing a woman's voice, they disappear through mutual respect and character. And like I said earlier, a man who's spending all this money or keeping a woman in a way that is like making sure that she got her needs taken care of. He not when her lady time comes, he's having that stuff like getting bought and brought to the house. You know what I'm saying? He's having her a chauffeur or he's making sure that there's gas in her car if she does drive. He's having a chef come through or a maid come through to so to take the load off of her. Like those women are doing something very different spiritually and emotionally. They're helping that man in a way that can't be seen to the public behind closed doors. And I mentioned that before because his needs are different. He's not in the same mindset as somebody as another man who's in survival mode. Because when a man is in survival mode, he's a completely different man than when he got all the money that he needs. You see what I'm saying? Those that
Mhm.
it could be the same man, but in those two different circumstances, it changes him and it changes his personality and his character and what and how he shows up in the world. Because a man intuitively knows like I'm supposed to be doing something. That's what the world teaches men. I'm supposed to do something. I'm not supposed to sit around and do nothing. I'm supposed to be building something or creating something or working on something. That's what the world teaches men. So if a man is working every single day and he can't make ends meet, he's going to be frustrated. Not at the woman, at himself, because he's trying to figure out a breakthrough. He's not going to have time to figure out what he really wants for himself because he's focusing on paying the bills. Now, that opposed to a man who already has a surplus of money, who got all his bills paid and some, he's not going to be focused on paying a bill because he already got it paid. Now he can focus on what he really wants, not what makes him feel better to get through the next month. So the needs are going to be different for these different types of men. That's what I was saying.
The needs are going to be different. Yes, you are correct. But the respect level that these type of men have for their women is going to be different too. That's what I was saying.
Well, that depends on what type of man.
Mm. You might be right. I mean, yeah, yeah. I guess you can say that. Depends on what type of man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 We can go with that. We can go with that one.
I
You
mean,
know,
I done seen both mentality, you know,
you
because
see
I'm
both
telling you,
both
like survival
mentality.
mode, yeah, both mentalities. Like a richer man and a man in survival mode. Like survival mode brings out the worst in people, not just men, and people, because if a person gets hungry enough, they'll do anything, including eating another person. You know what I'm saying? Like they will do anything. Like if you get hungry enough. So imagine a man is already hungry and he barely got a roof over his head and he already has a girlfriend and some kids. Like now he has responsibilities. He's not just performing for himself. I didn't see men like that who were single in survival mode go days without, miss a day of showering, miss a day of brushing his teeth, because he got to get up and he overslept, he ran and worked, ran through this and that and the other. Well, when you have a family, you got to take out time and do other stuff too, in addition to working. And so that man is mentally
Mm.
exhausted. And a man in survival mode, yeah, he's gonna need support, but a man in abundance may need discretion. But neither version requires a woman to shrink. Neither version.
Okay.
I just feel
Okay.
like different seasons call for different roles, not different human worth. Because if respect rises only when money rises, then we're not talking about respect. We're talking about power dynamics.
No, I'm just saying she got a woman has to be able to provide her worth too. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying nothing about the money, but she got to be able to show that she brings something more than just good looks and a body to the relationship. Because if not, then all you doing is taking away. All you is a taker. You're not a giver. You know what I'm saying? But it requires both. A relationship requires you to be both in certain situations. So, but if in every situation all you is a taker, and you're never giving me anything that I need from you, then what good are you to me?
I mean, I agree that no one should enter a relationship only offering looks. That goes for men and women, but contribution and worth are not the same thing. Contribution answers the question, what do you add? Worth answers the question, why do you matter? You see what I'm saying? You don't earn worth by performing, you express value by how you show up. And so that may be where we get our lines crossed at. Because
Mm,
I agree, like you can't go into a relationship with just looks only. You know, like a woman can bring emotional regulation, a woman can bring wisdom, a woman can bring discernment and peace and order and loyalty and growth and vision and accountability and spiritual alignment into a relationship. And none of those shows up on her body. She could be 400 pounds and bring that in. So none of that shows up on her body. You get what I'm saying? Like, I get men like to look at something nice, but I'm just saying worth and contribution are different.
that's true in a sense, but I don't know. I kind of tie them together in a sense too.
No, no,
I'm
it's
not.
not the same
I'm not.
thing.
I'm not going. I'm not.
I'm
I'm
not
not going to
saying
sit
you
here and
should.
act like I
You
don't.
what you
But
should say is you want both. That's what you should say. You
no,
want
what
both.
I'm
You a man that
no,
want both,
I'm not.
but they
No, I'm
shouldn't
not
be tied
saying I'm
together.
a man. Nope, I'm not saying that I'm a man that want both. I'm saying exactly what I've been saying is a woman has to prove her worth. You have to
What?
prove that you're bringing something You have to prove it. And to your point, yeah, what you just mentioned a while ago, don't show up on the body, but you got to prove that you able to bring that though. You just can't
I,
you just
I
can't
understand what you're
verbally
saying.
you just can't verbally say it, and then when I need it from you, or when I'm seeking it, you still don't provide it.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I feel like you're moving goalposts a little because
No.
what you were saying earlier. I mean, let's talk about this too, because the same standard applies to men. Like a man can't just bring money and call that leadership if there's no presence and no integrity and no emotional safety. Healthy relationships
Hold up,
aren't
but
built on proven
what?
value. They're built on revealing it over time. You can't see all the value in a woman just by dating her for a week. That's impossible. It takes time to see value, like wisdom. It takes time to see value, like peace. If that woman bringing you peace, it takes time to see value, like loyalty. You can't get that from a body count. You got to spend time with that woman in real life, scenarios. You got to go out with her. You got to go grocery shopping with her. You need to go to the park with her and see how she interact with the kids, with children, even if she don't have any. You got to see how she acts around her family, around her friends, around her coworkers. Like you can't see vision in a week, in a month. You gotta have circumstances to see accountability in a woman. Same thing with a man. So especially like spiritual alignment, anybody can say that they know a God or they pray to a God, but which one you praying to? That take time.
So now you're back to the dating phase. Because I thought we were speaking on a marriage to where we were saying the man was providing everything, and this woman didn't have to work,
Oh,
which
okay. I
which in
was
return
okay.
which in turn was a kept woman.
Okay, well, I misunderstood because I was talking about both. I did say earlier girlfriends or wives
Okay,
because,
my bad.
some people don't believe in getting married and they have like a lifelong partner. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but I don't
I was
think too
talking
many
about,
men just taking care of them like that.
well, you got to
I
open
don't
up
think
and
so.
expand your circle
Yeah,
because they out there.
I don't think so. I don't believe that one. Now, yeah, I ain't saying you wrong, but I just don't believe a man is sitting there throwing half of his income to a woman that he's not even uh got any papers on. Cause what ain't no point
Well,
in doing
see, that's the thing though. Different men have different amount of income, and I know three men in my phone, like business partners. They are
it.
like studs. They are jocks. They do not like. They just date because their net worth is worth so much. Some of them afraid to get married. Like two of the three is afraid to get married because they don't want to do a prenup, but they would have to protect their wealth. So right now they're just dating because they can't commit because they're
Well,
personally
they
worth
well
so
they
much.
well they ain't afraid of marriage. They're afraid of commitment. They ain't afraid of marriage. They are afraid of commitment.
Well,
Them
isn't
are
marriage a
men.
type of commitment?
Them are men who really don't know what they want out of life. Because you can't
They
sit
know
here
what
and
they
say
want and they're
you know
dating to
no
see, different
no
women,
no
but they're
but you
treating
try
these
to
women.
but you try to make an excuse as to like their wealth is why they're not getting married. No, that's not the reason.
I mean, it might not
That's
be,
just
but
not the
I'm just
reason.
saying from the outside looking in and from having conversations, like, why are you behaving this way? Why won't you just settle down with a nice lady? Oh, I'm still looking for her. Because like the women that they run into are the gold diggers. Like because they actually got gold to dig. You know what I'm saying?
Well well
So they
well
have to sift out the character. So it take a little bit longer for them.
yeah,
Because they already.
but them the ones you
Mhm.
just explained a while ago. A kept woman is a gold digger because she don't have to do nothing. All she do is receive the gold. A kept woman is a gold digger.
I don't necessarily agree with it.
Huh? What?
You could be a woman on $40,000 a year, staying in Mississippi.
Okay, you still receiving the gold.
But you could also be giving other things of value to that man that evens it out. That's not money. like emotional regulation, like wisdom, like discernment, like loyalty, like growth, like vision, like peace, like
Right.
accountability, like spiritual
And
alignment.
and that's okay. And that goes back to what I said. That woman would have to prove her worth in order
But
for to
you
stay
just
there with a man like that.
right. I never said you was wrong about that. I actually agree with that part. I was just saying the way you just framed it made it seem like it is impossible to be a kept woman and to also have worth because they are not
No,
worth
no,
anything. That's
no,
how you just
no,
framed it. So I was
no.
just
I
going back
no,
to let you
no.
know, like, yeah, you can have worth, and that don't
I said
necessarily
two.
mean you're a gold digger.
I said two statements. I said number one, a woman will have to prove her worth. If that man takes care of everything, that woman
That's
will have
right.
to prove her worth.
I
And
agree with that.
then I said, if that man takes care of everything, he's going to lose some respect for that woman.
I don't know. Now
The
that part
top
I'm
the
not sure
top
about.
the top level respect would not be there.
Okay, because what I heard you
He
say is like he's gonna like the needs are gonna be different and the respect
yeah,
level.
you said
You
that. Yeah,
said no,
I agree
no.
with you. You said that.
I heard you say the needs are gonna be different and no respect level is gonna be and the respect level is gonna be different too. And you was
Right.
talking about the richer man and the the survival
Survival
mode
person.
man.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. The respect will be different. Now we'll talk about
And you said that she
uh
had to be able to show that she brings more than good looks and a body into a
yeah,
relationship.
right.
And I agree with it. I told you I agree that no one should enter a relationship only offering looks. And that goes for men and women though. But the framing that you just made it seem like that if she's a kept woman, then she has no worth. And so I was just doubling back, like, oh, you can have worth, and you could be, and a man could, you could be married to a man and he do that to you. You could be in a relationship with a man and he do that for you. You know what I'm saying? They don't. It just depends on the man.
I think it
But
depends on the
also,
woman. I think it depends
but
on
the
the woman,
thing
not
that
necessarily the
I'm not
man.
really sure about. Okay, you may be right. It might depend on the woman, but the thing that you may be sure about, I mean, that I may be unsure about is the respect level. Because, I mean, personally, I've been in a couple of relationships to where um a man has done that for me specifically. And I brought a different value to him. I didn't have to do certain things, you know, but I had
Mhm.
worth to him and he respected me, like high respect level. So that's why I
Mm,
was disagreeing with that.
uh, I don't know about that. I don't know. I ain't
I
saying
do.
you
I
ain't
lived
live
it.
through it. I ain't saying you didn't. I ain't saying you did.
I was there.
But I'm uh, okay, okay. I take your word for it.
I mean, but like I
I take your
said, I
word
don't.
for
He showed me respect. I don't know, because people can pretend all the time. Actors exist,
it.
right?
Right, right.
Actors exist. So I
Facts.
mean, he could have just every day he decided to wake up and act and pretend like he respected me at the utmost. Maybe that's what he did. I don't know, because that's
Okay,
not
okay.
something you can like tell if somebody is constantly doing the right thing all the time and they don't ever do like disrespect you. It's kind of hard to tell if they don't respect you if they're always respecting you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that it's not true that a person could secretly not respect you and just do the things to make it seem like they do. Because you got people out here that play the long game too. So you may be right there. I was just saying I'm not sure.
Mm, right. And I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I don't, I just believe, like, you know, the people with these men that's supposed to have this so called money, their agendas are different than
Hmm.
Then a blue collar woman that's actually loving. I mean, a blue collar man that's actually loving that woman for who she is. Because I definitely believe now. I definitely believe for most men, when you get to a certain amount of money, you looking for a certain type of woman. Like you wouldn't get a lot of money and then go back and get your high school sweetheart. Most men don't do that. It's very rare that
Mm,
that happens. You know what I'm saying? Because
mm,
because he know where you came from, he know where you grew up at, and it probably was a little rough, or it wasn't the best neighborhood. So a lot of men ain't gonna go back and get that person. They're gonna go find another person that they feel like is more adequate for the sceneries that they would be around. You know, and to your point, to your point, I think you said it earlier. Either I said it one of them. A more so of a trophy wife. You know,
mm.
they looking for they gonna go look for somebody that they can present in front of these people that they go on in these meetings with, that they go into these little parties with. They're supposed to be in the same money bracket as them. And can carry on a kind of a decent conversation, or
A socialite.
with yeah, they ain't gonna go get somebody that that talk like they been in the hood most of their life and marry them and then take them to these parties with where they go
I don't know now. That
big
depends
thing.
on if the person that they find can code switch well. Because I know
Yeah,
women who could do both. I know women who could talk, who could cuss like a sailor, and then she go glam up, bombshell, wig on, Louboutins, you know what I'm saying? Put some red bottom so cakes on, and then walk into a gala and help somebody understand that this charity, where they can improve this charity and get on the board for something. So I don't. It depends on what woman we talking about too, because I agree, environment shapes preferences, but it shouldn't erase principles.
but it does because and I said that to say this: them men are gonna look for most of the women that they can control. They not gonna go back into that community they came from or the city they came from and get somebody they know because oh no you ain't gonna want to listen to me every time I tell you so, even though I'm taking care of you, even though you ain't gotta work, no, you gonna want to talk back. They ain't gonna want that type of person when they get money. They just gonna want somebody they control, who will listen when they say listen, and that's it. So that's why I said a lot of times when you talk about people with money, a lot of times the wives of the people with money, most of the time they lose a lot of respect in the relationships.
I mean, I don't disagree that it happens. I disagree that it should be framed as healthy or inevitable. Like,
It's
yes,
definitely not healthy.
some men look for women they control, but that's not preference. That's insecurity disguised as standards. Control isn't leadership; it's fear of being changed.
So
So
you
if a
would consider
man
that
who
that
needs
that, that leadership because he taking care of everything. So you would consider him having leadership.
a man who needs to control isn't choosing a woman based on environment. He's choosing based on power. And power-based relationships don't last; they rotate.
So, but he's paying for everything. Would you consider that he has leadership?
That depends because principles don't disappear when money shows up. Principles get
For some
exposed.
people it do. For some people it do. For some people the principle
Wealth, wealth,
disappear.
wealth doesn't change character. Wealth reveals it.
Right. I ain't said they ain't have it all the time. I just said it does disappear.
It don't. It get exposed.
It get exposed that
Like
this
it get
person was this
exposed.
way the whole time.
That's what I just said.
Right. And we saying the same thing, just two different ways. That's what I was trying to get you to say.
Well, I mean, well, I already said it, so I see it. You know what I'm saying? So, and to be fair, not all men with money want control. Some want partnership. Some men with money want peace. Some men with money want alignment because they've already mastered themselves. So, do you think
But see
control
that
is about preference or about
but
unhealed
see
fear?
that's the point. That's the point. That's the point. A man can never master himself if he don't have the right woman beside him. That's the whole point of man and woman. He cannot fully master himself if he don't have the right woman beside him.
Hmm,
That's the whole point.
you might
That
be on to
woman is
something.
supposed to that woman is supposed to fulfill that man. And when he meet the right
Mm,
woman, it's a little bit more that he got to learn to become a master of himself. He can learn himself good.
I agree partially because the right woman can support a man's growth, but she cannot complete his mastery. Only he can do that. Like
She
a woman can sharpen a man and
completes it.
challenge him and expand him, but self
No,
mastery starts internally. Otherwise, we're asking women to do emotional and spiritual labor that belongs to the man. That's not biblical.
he can only learn himself to a certain point. After that, that woman that God has really intended for him comes into his house, into his life, and enhances him to a whole
Wait,
nother
she can
level.
what? What'd you just say? She can what?
I said she come into his life.
No, before that.
I said the man can only master. I mean, he can only learn himself to a certain point.
No, you was talking about the woman. You say she can do something at
She can
first
come into his life. She can come into his life.
and do what?
That's all, and enhance him to a whole nother level.
That's what I just
In
said.
turn, in turn, completing him. A man cannot
She
be
can't.
complete by himself. A woman can't be complete by herself. That's not the way God intended to be. God intended for man and woman to complete each other.
What?
So it takes the one. It takes
Where you get that from?
you, you. You better read the word. I can agree with you with that, TG. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for agreeing. I mean, I don't know which part you agree with, but
Wait. Okay. So,
so
how is that different from what I said? Because I told you that I partially agree, and a woman can support a man's growth, but she can't complete his mastery. Because a woman can sharpen a man and challenge a man and expand a man, but self mastery starts internally. Otherwise, we're asking women to do emotional and spiritual labor that belongs to the man. That's what I said. And then you said no. A woman complete a man. What? You said she come into his life
um,
and in turn complete him, and then you said something else and you
yes,
lost me.
yes, yes. I said women and men complete each other with the right person that God has intended for you. Yes, yes, yes. Because the wrong person can in turn uh, stop your growth and turn your life into a living hell, and you'll be going backwards instead of forward. But the right person that God has intended for you will in return enhance your life and make your life flourish. And in the grand scheme of things, completing you.
It sounds good. Like I agree that men and women are
It's
designed to. I agree that men and women are designed to complement each other, but I'm careful with the word complete because biblically, no person completes another person. God completes us, and a healthy partner complements what God already made whole. See, I'm made whole through God, not a man. You see what I'm saying?
but see, you're talking about the spiritual side.
No, I'm talking about the life side.
No, the life side is where the woman completes you at, or where the man completes you at. Now, the spiritual side, yes, you are made whole through Jesus or through God, whichever way you want to say it, alone. Yes. But the human side of things, that's the whole point of God giving. That's the whole point of God creating man and woman. Okay?
What?
He you know,
I am
this,
listening. I just don't understand.
that's the whole point. I see you out there, Supreme Cloud, Big
Big
Trim. I see
Trim.
you. I
Big
see
Trim.
you. Mm-hmm.
You can't see me, but I'm
Oh,
flexing my muscles like I'm strong. Like I hear you. I hear you. But I
I
agree
agree
that
with
God created man and woman for real and lived in human partnership. Like we aren't meant to do life alone. I agree with that. But on the human side, partnership isn't about completing what's missing. It's about combining strengths. Two incomplete people
you.
don't make a whole.
No,
Two whole
no,
people make a stronger unit. You get what
no,
I'm
no.
saying? That's
You
how the
are
two
full.
can become one flesh.
Fully, you are fully incomplete until you find the person that God has sent to you. You are incomplete.
Completion is about wholeness. Partnership is about teamwork. If we say a woman completes a man humanly, then we're saying that he can't stand emotionally, mentally, or morally without her. And that turns partnership into dependence. God didn't create Eve because Adam was broken. He created her because purpose is better shared, not because Adam wasn't already good.
Adam was good, but he wasn't complete yet.
No, the
He
Bible never said
wasn't
that. It just
complete
said
yet.
the Bible never said he wasn't completed. The Bible
Eve
just said it
completed
wasn't good.
him.
No, the Bible never said
I'm
Adam wasn't
telling
completed. The Bible said that
you.
that it's not good for man to be alone. You see what I'm saying? That's not the same thing.
I, I agree with both of you on the point of a man and woman enhance each other.
Right. Enhance
I'm,
each
I'm
other.
just
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm
Enhance
just saying.
each
I'm
other.
just saying. What
Right.
enhance mean? What enhance mean?
To make better.
Right. To make better. If you
Not
making
complete.
something better, if you it ain't gonna be it. So you telling me if it get better, it ain't gonna complete.
Not all the time.
Come together to become one. Right.
Exactly.
But what I'm telling you, it's two incomplete people coming together. To your point, two incomplete people coming together to do what? To become one.
Where you find that in the Bible so I can look it up real quick? Go on, tell me where you find it so I can look it up. Cause I ain't never read that.
I ain't say it was in the Bible word for word like I'm saying it. I'm telling you the
Oh,
way
okay.
I interpret it. I'm just telling you the way I interpret it. Now I might be completely wrong. You might be completely right in this subject. I don't know, but I just know the way I think it is in my relationship that I have with God. Now you see what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
That's just what
okay.
I
Well,
think. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
You
okay.
know,
I
and
mean,
you
I hear that
and
phrase
I
a
mean,
lot. Two incomplete
yeah.
people becoming one, but I think that's where the confusion starts because biblically and practically, marriage doesn't turn two broken halves into a whole. It joins two whole people into a
Oh,
shared
oh.
covenant. Like
Hey, listen.
if two.
Hey, I need you to respond to this real quick. I'm sorry for cutting you off. Supreme Cloud just threw something at you real quick. He said, "Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air." Woo, mm.
That's a
You
song.
understand what he's saying? You understand what he's saying, though? Do you
First
understand
of
what he's
all,
saying? Do you understand what he's saying?
hmm biblically and practically, like I was saying, marriage. I'm trying to answer your
Go,
question.
go ahead. Go
Like,
ahead.
like if two incomplete people come together, they don't magically become complete. They usually multiply like the gaps. Like becoming one isn't about losing yourself or needing someone else to finish you. It's about alignment and agreement and shared direction. Oneness is unity, not deficiency. Completion comes from God. Partnership comes from purpose. So Would you say one is about unity and mission, not personal wholeness?
Hold up, cause you lost me on that one. Run that back by me again. Run that back by me again. Uh, you lost me on that one.
All right, okay. You're
Let me, let
not
me, let me,
listening.
let me,
Like you told me,
let me.
you're not listening.
Yeah, yeah. I was a little off there. I was doing something on the computer. Let me focus. All right, now rock out. What you saying now?
What part you missed?
All of it. Come on back with it. Come on back with it.
Wow.
I just want to be able to get all of it.
Okay, so basically, what I was saying like I be hearing that phrase a lot. Like people say, two incomplete people becoming one, but I think that's where the confusion starts. You see, I was saying like biblically and practically, marriage doesn't turn two broken halves into a whole. It joins two whole people into a shared covenant. So if two incomplete people come together, they don't magically become complete. They usually multiply the gaps. And then I said, basically, becoming one isn't about losing yourself or needing someone to finish you. It's about alignment and agreement and shared direction. Like, and that song lyric that he was talking about, tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. Like that's dependency. Cause wholeness equals I can breathe on my own. Like I have oxygen, I have lungs, right? I'm alive even if no one is holding me. I'm emotionally, spiritually, and mentally functional by myself. And biblically, Genesis 2:7 says God gives breath, not a partner. You know what I'm saying? So wholeness comes from God, not from another human. And completion equals like I can't function without you. You are my air. You are my identity. If you leave, I collapse. I'm not okay unless you're here. That's not love, that's attachment. So to say that a
So
man
don't
and a
you?
woman, to say that a man and a woman who are not married are by themselves, like not complete, like then that means that they need like dependency. They need someone else to complete them. So, what about all the people that then I think about what about all the people that God didn't, ask to be married? Because some people are not meant to be married. It's very few people out here. Some people just are not meant to be married. They have no sexual desire. They have no, you know what I'm saying? They just want to serve the Lord. Are those people not complete? You see what I'm saying? Since you
They're they're
need
they're
another person
they're,
to
they're,
complete
they're
them.
they're complete. They still have the
I mean, by
capabilities of
your
being
logic, they're not though.
they still have the capabilities of being complete on the spiritual side. What we're talking about is on the human side.
No, I'm talking about the life side. I'm talking about all of it, right? I'm not just talking about
But
that
see,
was something that that was a
but see,
caveat
that's the
that you threw
thing.
in there that sound
No,
good
see, that's the
that
thing.
don't make sense.
Them two have to be separated
No, they don't.
because okay.
We're speaking in general.
Right, we are.
Because marriage is not oxygen, it's the atmosphere. A healthy partner doesn't become your air, they become the environment where you could breathe better. Like God is the oxygen, the atmosphere is partnership, and suffocation is control or dependency. So if someone is your air, then they also can cut you off. And if that's the case, then I
They
mean,
can,
I feel like I'm already, you know,
and they can.
made whole through Christ. Like I'm not a man, don't complete me. God
Hmm.
does. I don't need a man to complete me. I need a man for companionship. I need a man to
So
be
what?
my husband.
What does companionship do for you?
What do you mean?
What does a husband do for you?
A lot.
So what are you missing that you need a husband or companionship?
What do you mean missing? Nothing. I'm not missing nothing.
You have
I
to be
want a
missing
husband.
you.
What?
Well, why do you want it? But I'm saying,
Cause
why do you
that's what
want
I
it though?
want. Why? I
But
mean, did you say your favorite color was blue? Why do you want your favorite color to
yes,
be blue?
yes.
Because you just
But
want
I'm
it.
saying,
Because that's what you
I'm
like.
saying it has no. I'm saying it has to be reasons behind it because this is something that you're talking about a lifelong journey, right? Blue, you
Mm.
talking about you can't compare it to favorite color. You can change your favorite color anytime you want to.
You can change your
But
wife anytime you want to if you
but
put her away.
no no no
If
no.
you
I mean,
divorce her, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Anytime you want
you
to.
can
People divorce, but
you can
yeah.
you can say that.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yeah, you living with the 2026 times. Okay, right now. Okay, yeah, you can say that then. Okay, but what I'm saying is when you talk about a lifelong journey with someone, you have to have a reason of why you want that. Because you just can't say, "Oh, I just want to get married just for the heck of it." Oh, I just want a husband. I just want a wife just for the heck of it. No, what are your reasons for wanting that?
Me personally,
Or what are you missing that you're seeking that?
what am I missing? Nothing. What are my reasons for wanting it? Because I want it. Like this, I don't. You want me to go into detail? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just no, you ain't going to do that. You can be very vague as you can be. I'm just asking because what we're stating is um we need a woman and a man to complete what I was stating, we need a woman and a man to complete each other. So if I don't need to be completed, why would I need a wife? Or why would I even want a wife? I'm already completed. I wouldn't want no wife. She can't do nothing for me. I'm already complete.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You getting it mixed
I
up.
ain't missing
Like,
nothing. I ain't missing nothing.
okay, well, let me answer the question. Let me know when I can start.
Go, you can start right now. Oh, the timer has started.
Okay, I don't want a marriage because I'm missing something. I want a marriage because I'm whole and I'm choosing partnership. God completes me. Marriage complements what God already made complete. Completion answers a deficit. Covenant answers a calling. I don't marry to be fulfilled. I marry to be joined. My reason for marriage isn't lack. It's alignment. It's a shared purpose, a mutual covering, a legacy, a companionship, and obedience to God, not survival. So, like, if I need a man to be complete, then singleness should be a defect. But biblically, singleness is a season, not a deficiency. That's what the Bible say now. So Adam wasn't incomplete
It's a
because
season.
he
It's a
Adam
season.
wasn't,
Okay.
but here we go. That's the only thing you heard. That's crazy. Adam wasn't
No, no.
incomplete because he lacked Eve. He was incomplete because he lacked partnership and assignment. God didn't fix Adam. He expanded Adam in Genesis. Go back and read it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you know,
Say that
God
again.
feels me.
Say that again. Say that again. Why did he get
God
Adam
feels
Eve?
me and marriage multiplies me. Like, I'm not missing a man. I'm discerning alignment because it's biblical.
Alignment with who?
Alignment to God,
With who?
with God. What you laughing at?
You say you fulfilling his alignment. So in order to fulfill his alignment, you have to be in alignment with a man. Right?
Yeah, because that's my
Right.
specific purpose.
Right. Okay. I'm just saying. Okay.
Everybody not meant to be married.
Okay. Okay. I mean, hey.
It's in the word too. That's in the New Testament. Everybody
Did
not meant to be
everybody
married.
who said that? Did Jesus say that,
Paul.
or somebody interpreted what Jesus said and put that in there?
I mean, well, I wasn't there personally, but it's in there.
Mm-hmm. Is it a red writing?
I don't think so. I think Paul said it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
What's your point?
Um, nah, nah, I ain't gonna say that.
Why does
Nah,
that? I mean, why does it
nah.
matter if Jesus said it specifically if it's still in the Bible?
Because even in the Bible, the people that wrote the Bible, some of it was off their opinions and not what Jesus said himself.
And that's true too. But the fact that it's in
So
the Bible, it means that these things are acceptable through Christ. Like Christ allowed it to be in the Bible, so it's acceptable. For this opinion is acceptable. So I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
no, I ain't said nothing wrong with it. You asked me, why did I, what I was finna say, and then I stopped. So I was just
Huh?
answering your question. I ain't said nothing wrong with it. I was just answering your question.
No, I asked you, why does it matter if Jesus said it or if Paul said it? Like,
Yeah,
does
yeah,
that make
yeah.
it wrong? Like,
Yeah. No, no, that's what I said. I never said it was wrong. I was just showing that certain parts of the Bible is writer's opinion and not actually what Jesus himself said.
it don't matter
So
because folks don't listen to Jesus himself, no way. Half of y'all not listening to Jesus himself, no way. So, which is crazy.
yeah, it's a little crazy.
But yeah, I don't completely agree with that. People are incomplete until they get married.
Okay. I
I
mean,
think
hey,
I think I think that you know, like I am Mary said, they enhance each other. I think
I
that
said that first. Don't try to skip over like I didn't say that. You try to get I am Aries credit instead of me because you don't want to agree with me. But I said that before I am Aries said that. So let's not do that
okay,
tonight. Let's not do
okay. Well,
that
I partially
tonight.
agree with you. I partially agree with you. Then since you said it first, that was just a comment that I could read. I could go back and look at it.
Okay. Okay. Nah, you good. But yeah, I mean, hey, I look at it like this. I think you know,
Cause that
and like I
logic,
said,
that
and like I always say on this podcast, like I always said, everything that I say is not always written in cement. It ain't always 100% guaranteed. I voice my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So just in case somebody listening and they think, oh no, you do your research for yourself. Do
yeah.
your
Cause
research for
like I
yourself
mean
and
that
get your
logic.
own. Go ahead.
Yeah, do your research for yourself because like I'm thinking about that logic. Because it sounds like your core belief here is like humans are incomplete alone, and marriage is the mechanism God uses to finish people. That's what it sounds like you're saying. And so when you say that you need a man or a woman to be completed, or two incomplete people come together, uh, and they become one, or what you missing if you want marriage, the framework that you're presenting is completion equals like dysfunctionality in your mind, right? So men alone, they are lacking like balance, discipline, emotional grounding, you know, and a woman alone is lacking like provision, protection, and structure. So like marriage isn't just like this companionship to him, it's like a stabilizing system. You know what I'm saying? And so it brings, it's like a deficiency, like the way that the framework you presented it. It's like if you want marriage, then you must lack something, right? And
Yeah.
I don't, you know, I feel like you can't conceptualize chosen partnership without lack. And I feel like it's partially true that God uses relationships to shape people, right? Because I think God believes intentionally, like pairing flawed people because humans are flawed, right? And growth happens inside of a relationship because you said that on the podcast other days before,
Right.
and you don't get whole first. You were saying like you don't get whole first, you get whole through somebody. And so I
Hmm.
feel like that's why you was resisting my statement that God completes you before marriage.
Right.
But I also understand the logic that actually does make sense through your framework. And Because you're not entirely wrong. See where you're right at. Relationships do refine us, and marriage does expose gaps, and God does use people to shape our character, and growth often happens in proximity. Because the Bible says stuff like iron sharpens iron, and as one sharpens another. So yeah, people can contribute to growth, but where the logic breaks in my mind is like where you're confusing formation with completion, because growth does not equal worth, and refinement does not equal wholeness, and partnership does not equal source of something, right? If another human being completes you, then your identity is outsourced. That means that nobody is themselves ever. That means that your peace is conditional. So people who going around saying that they got peace with stuff, they always lying. It's never the truth, right? Nobody who ever says that they have peace is actually telling the truth by your framework, right? It's also
Mm-hmm.
saying like that your value fluctuates with relationship status. So if one man thinks that me, a woman, is valuable, and then we break up and I get with another man and he thinks that I have no value, then that means in that first relationship I had value and in the second I don't. Full stop. Which isn't true because I'm still the same person before and after. You see what I'm saying? Like, and so that creates like a dependency. Like
Well,
it, it
let's
makes it makes marriage a remedy instead of a mission. Like under your logic, marriage fixes loneliness, right? Marriage stabilizes identity and marriage makes you whole. But biblically, marriage reveals maturity. It doesn't create it. Biblically, marriage multiplies strength. It doesn't support it. You know what I'm saying? And then, like your logic, your framework, and the way that you said that, also it collapses God's role. Because if God doesn't complete you, then God isn't sufficient alone, and we know that that's not true because the Bible says it is, right? If God doesn't complete you, then a human becomes a co-source. If God doesn't complete you, then singleness becomes spiritual deficiency, and that's just simply not biblical. That's not functional theology. So that's why I don't all the way agree with it. I partially agree with it because the core difference is like it seems like you believe wholeness is achieved through union, and I believe union is chosen from wholeness. I mean, neither denies growth, but only
right.
one preserves God as the source. But I think I'm gonna stick with one.
Uh, okay. Yeah, Lord.
You disagree? Tell me why.
Yeah, Lord. No, no, yeah, Lord. Because I mean, the only thing I disagree with is that you saying that just one of them reveals God as the source, because God is the source regardless. Uh,
Well, not in your framework, is not because
well,
like
yeah,
with the
yeah, yes,
way.
yes, he is, because he's the one that's putting this in place for these two people to come together in order to
Yeah, but you
complete each
can't
other.
say that. But
So,
you can say
so,
that, but you
so,
also can't say you can't
so
say that and
he's
then also
still
say
the
that a
source.
person is whole, huh?
I was just saying
You
he's
can't.
still the source.
I mean, he is regardless, but I'm saying that it doesn't work in your framework because it literally collapses God's role. Because saying that a person isn't whole before they meet somebody else, it means that God is insufficient alone. Like it means that a human is this co-source. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know.
All right, but I get you. I get you. I got you. All right, it's almost 10:30, so it's almost time to wrap this up. 2:10. We've been on here for 2 hours and 10 minutes for the night. So, hey, appreciate you for coming on. Hey, appreciate you for coming on. Appreciate everybody tapped in tonight. You got any more words to say before we get up out of here in this studio?
Yeah, I do. And thank you for having me, by the way. It's a good conversation tonight. But
all
I
the time.
appreciate the conversation tonight. Even when we don't fully agree, the exchange itself sharpens understanding. So let's keep growing, you guys. Y'all stay vigilant and have a good night. This has been Talking Greasy. Oh,
Hey, no time from this studio. Hey, yeah, appreciate her for coming up on the panel like she do majority of the time. Uh, I, I told her she my co-host, so she's starting to work into it now. So I think I'm pretty sure. TG, I think Miss Studio wants you to remove the word complete and replace it with alignment. And okay, and I'm not opposed to that uh because them words are kind of they could be similar in a way. Not necessarily the exact same words, but they can be similar. But I think, I mean, I'm with her. Like I agree with most of the stuff she was saying, and she agreed with most of the stuff I was saying. We were just off on little key points. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and that's what I always tell people. Like when you go to talking about relationships and you go to talk about what the Bible say and woo to woo, like everybody interprets something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it ain't. And one thing I'm not gonna do on this show is just bash a person for believing something that they interpret the way that they took it. You know what I'm saying? Because we all are different. We all have different minds. We all understand different, and we all comprehend different. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's the same word or not. I don't know if it sounds like I said that back to back, but but So I mean, I respect her. Excuse me. I respect her opinion um, on how she view things, and I hope she respects mine as well. Because in the grand scheme of things, it's create good dialogue. You know what I'm saying? That you can have people with different opinions sit on a panel and just discuss it. You know what I'm saying? Like no real bad arguing. None of that. None of bickering back and forth. Just a great conversation. And then hopefully somebody gets somebody out of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal, to be able to have the dialogue, to have the conversations, the hard conversations, and sometimes agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully somebody paid attention to it and got some out of it, not just that we disagreed with each other on something, but got something out of both points that we both were making. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? And you know, uh, I do respect your opinion, Mr. Talking G. I like that Talking G. I like that Talking G. That do sound real cool, Mr. Talking G. Put that in the back of y'all heads, Mr. Talking G. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, I mean, like I said, I just hope, like I said, somebody got somebody that we help somebody, or somebody got a question that that they can put up there, put in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Because every conversation that we have on here can lead to something else if you just think about it. So, and that's the goal. To be able to continuously have dialogue that can help each other along the way as we travel just through this thing we call life. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sitting up here saying like I know it all. No, but what we can do is help each other along the way. What I might not know, you might know. What you might not know, I might know. You know what I'm saying? Whoop de whoop. But like I said, I do want to appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming on tonight. Like I said, Miss Studio for coming up. Like I said, Supreme Cloud in the comments. Appreciate you. I am Aries. Appreciate you. And we had Living Word Animations. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate each and every one of you, bro. That came up. And I'm gonna end it like this. At the end of the day, we didn't do this to say men are heartless or that women are crazy. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing none of that. We just speaking different dialects of the same language, and it's called love. You know what I'm saying? So once you stop trying to once you stop trying to win an argument and start trying to understand the person, that's when things change. You feel what I'm saying? So hey, so we stepped on the toes. Hey, good. That means it was real. You feel me? So, but once again, y'all just tapped into the shop. You know, talking greasy. One thing I always say before I get up out of here: you got somebody you love, go tell them, go hug them, go kiss them, go spend time with them. Because what somebody's going through today, it can easily be you tomorrow. That is my time. I'm out. Y'all be blessed. This has been Talking Greasy.